Hello and welcome. My name is Dr. Jeremy, and today I'll be walking you through how to create a Regents Readiness activity using Google Forms. Our content will be from grade 10, Unit 4, Decolonization, and our objectives today is to use Google Forms to create a Regents-aligned constructive response question, also known as a CRQ. The content from today can be found in Unit 4, Day 1, with the focus question, what factors led to decolonization across the globe? To make this Regents ready, we are going to use the skill of cause and effect, in which students are going to identify and explain a cause and effect relationship between the events and or ideas found in two documents. You can definitely make this activity online, and on TeachHub, it definitely is online for you. However, you can also use Google Forms to assess the students, and it could be formative or summative. The reason I will propose Google Forms is that you will have really rich data at the end of the assessment. And in another video, I will show you how to access that assessment data and how to use it and give feedback as well. But first, let's create a form. We have our question here. It's on the slides, and we also have our documents. I will suggest capturing the documents in a screenshot. If you are using a Mac, you can do Shift-Command-4 to do a certain section. Or if you're using a PC, you can use the snipping tool to save it on your desktop. Once you have saved the document, I will go to my folder here, and the steps will be go to New, Google Forms, and I usually create it in the format, and they give you a blank page. You can actually make it look however you wish, but for today, we're going to keep it pretty simple. The title is going to be CRQ, and you could also put a description in the form if you wish. You'll see that whatever title you put here will be here unless you change it yourself. I'm going to leave it as CRQ. I usually keep this first section as my information section. So let's say I want to know the student's last name. And so it will notify it and it will see that it's going to be a short answer. But just in case it doesn't do that automatically for you, you could go here and change it to whatever you want. And so this could be a short answer. And I'm going to make this required. I usually duplicate and then I'll do first name. And then let's say I want to add a question so I know what period the students are from. So I'll say period, and then I'll say period 1, and then I could just add the next one, period 2, and then I could just add the next one, period 3. So now I know what periods the students are in. I'm also going to make this one required. Now I want another section for the CRQs because I have their demographics, but I want another section. So I'll add a section here. And then these are going to be, you can leave it on title, but I will actually put CRQ as well. So they have it here. And then I'm going to add another question. We had screenshot some of the documents from the PowerPoint so that we could put it into the Google form. And now let's actually bring that over. The way to bring that over, first, I will actually write down the question. So let's go here, let's look at the question. And the question says, I like to copy and paste. And so now we have our question. And for those of you who were wondering what I did, I'm using a Mac, so I did Command C. You could do Control C, and then I pasted it with Command V or Control V. And since we're going to put these not on a slide, what we'll do, both of these documents are below, just to make sure that the students know where to reference the documents. Okay. And we are definitely want them to write a paragraph here. We'll leave that. We're going to make this required. So now where are we putting our images? You can add an image below. And I'm going to drag from my file folder one of my screenshots. And now I have one of my images. This was the first document from the source in our PowerPoint. And now I definitely have two sources. So I'm going to add another image, and this is going to be my second screenshot. And now I have my two documents below, and then I have my question. But I remember that there was a really lovely detailed description of what cause and effect really meant. And I want the students to have that in the Google form as well. So I will copy this as well. So Command C or Control C. And then you do have the ability in this question to add a description. And when I add the description, I can now add what causes and what effect is to give the students a bit more clarity and direction. Okay. And now I have my CRQ ready for students to have. What I will suggest is definitely go through. There's some ways that you can make sure if you want them to get their responses or collect their information. But what I do love for this is that you can actually send it straight from the form. I usually make it a short URL so that it's more manageable, and you could copy it and then you could either post it to Google Classroom, post it in your Zoom, or you can actually email them if you have all their emails. Okay. So I hope this was helpful for you, and I hope you do use Google Forms to, in the future, create an assessment. Have a great day.